So today we're going to balance a chemical equation. Here on the screen in front of you, you can see the equation for the reaction between calcium carbonate and hydrochloric acid. When balancing a chemical equation, we need to do a couple of things. The first thing is to list all the elements that we have. Now, if an element appears on one side of the equation, it should appear on the other side. If it doesn't, this means that your equation is not complete, it's not accurate, so therefore you will not be able to balance it. So the first thing I do is I list the elements that I have. I have calcium, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, and chlorine. If I look on the left-hand side of my equation, I have 1 calcium, I have 1 carbon, I have 3 oxygens, I have 1 hydrogen, and 1 chlorine. On the right-hand side of the arrow, this arrow here, this separates the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the equation. Okay, so the arrow is this arrow. Here we go to work. No. So the arrow separates the reactants from the product. On my product side of my equation, I'm just going to move this over here. On the product side of my equation, I have 1 calcium, I have 1 carbon, I have 3 oxygens, 2 hydrogens, and 2 chlorines. Now, when it comes to balancing an equation, the thing that we do is that we leave the carbons, the hydrogens, and the oxygens till last. This is because they appear in every single equation, these elements. Okay? And they can often confuse the picture. So, bearing that in mind, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my chlorines. On the left-hand side, I have 1, and on the right-hand side, I have 2. Now, I need to have 2 on both sides of the equation for it to be balanced. So the way I do this is by putting a 2 in front of my HCl. This means that I now have 2 chlorines, but I also now have 2 hydrogens. Okay. The reason I can put the number in front is because this means I have 2 molecules of hydrogen chloride. I cannot change the formula for hydrogen chloride. If I do, I no longer have hydrogen chloride, and the reaction that I started with is not the one that I will end up with. So if I look now, I have 1 calcium on each side, I have 1 carbon on each side, 3 oxygens on each side, 2 hydrogens, and 2 chlorines, and my equation is balanced. Why is this not? Come on, go.